Hey, we got a new one here for you. The Fate. As you can see, I've drilled this, kind of my usual thing, 5 by 6 by about 2 in the storm layout system. This one is 252-052, and it's got the Rex cover, the same thing that's been on the Night Road, and let me see what else, the Dark Code. So we've seen this cover before, but it does have Reactagloss on it. So this is the first time we've seen this polish. On this ball, it was also on the Phase 5. We do the same thing I always do. I'm gonna bowl one game, let you watch all. I'm gonna throw it a few different ways so you can see how it might best roll for you, and let's see how it does. Once again, I am on a 30-year-old HPL surface. Pretty friendly house shot. Not bad, first shot on that lane. So, yeah, once again, the Rex cover has been one of the favorites here as of late, and this is the Rex Pearl version. Finished with Reactagloss. It actually doesn't say the grid underneath it, but I believe it's 1500 and polish. Try and get this. That's in the oil too. Too much in the oil that time. We'll use the Phase 5 for a spare here. All right, well, we'll try and get one a little further right then and see what that does. Wow. Okay. It appears I might have been a little too deep on the lane. I guess so. So 252, this ball does fit in a little bit of a sweet spot. And hang on here because I think you're gonna like what you see once I finally get lined up. That was sliding way closer to 23, looking at about 13. And that was even one inside of target. So the Rex cover's been very responsive. And now with the Reactagloss, this is the first we've seen it with that. We saw the Dark Code with the old polish. Now we'll get one to the right a little bit and see what happens. And there it is. So, like I said, we do these reviews real. I threw no shots on this lane, and obviously it didn't hook as much as lane 31, which I warmed up on. So through 5 frames, strike, spare, spare, double. Let's see where it goes from here. I'll throw one more normal before I move around a little bit. Yikes. As you can see, this one's a little responsive. Even an old guy can make this one hook down lane. Phase 5 for the spare. All right, so you can get an idea. I'm gonna go ahead and move like 5 left and throw it slower. It doesn't lose its shape once you move in. That's good news. And full disclosure, I have thrown this ball a little bit. I threw it just a touch and then it made the bag the first weekend. So it fits in a really good spot right now. We don't have a lot of balls with those kind of core numbers. A lot of 248s, a few 255s, but not a lot of 252s. So you want to slow it down even. Still hooked in the oil. That's a really good sign for a ball that starts to push up in the RG range. In a minute, I'm going to throw it against a Phase 5, a Zen, and a Night Road a little bit, and give you some ideas of some popular balls around it that you may be using this off of. I'm going to go ahead and get around one now. Let's see what it does off of that. Add a little axis rotation. And that didn't get it very far right. Whoa! Almost got one. Was dicey the spares in this one game, unedited. All right, we'll move back closer to where I was, a little more normal speed. Let's see what happens. Right out to the gutter, bounces back off of it, nice. I gotta be honest, I haven't been a big fan of this line in general. I didn't throw some of the early ones. The trend wasn't really for me. The trend 2 was okay as well. Early on, it's been a long time since one of these balls made my bag after throwing it, and the very first time. Slow in the big wheel. Man, as if that two-hander needed anything else to go right in his life right now. All right, one more. We'll go ahead and firm up a little bit and throw one a little straighter. You can see what it looks like rolling it. Still had sun shape. That just didn't move enough. But there you have it. Not a very good execution game. Threw it a bunch of different ways. Now that you've seen kind of what this ball does, I'm going to throw the Phase 5 up against it, as well as the Zen and the Night Road, and you can get an idea what those balls do as well. All right, the first ball I'm going to throw against it is the Phase 5. Now this has R2S, lower RG, symmetrical, same basic drilling, also has the reactive gloss polish on it. I'll throw it from the same spot first so you can get an idea what it does. You see that one's a little bit earlier, and you would expect that with the stronger core, the little lower RG core, that would pick up a little more from there. So I'll move left off that. So it probably does hook 2.5 to 3 more than a fade, but as you can see, that lower RG also made a little bit smoother shape overall than what the fade makes. Now we'll throw the next ball up, and that'll be the Zen. The 900 Global Zen. It's about a ½ inch weaker than the other two balls we've talked about. Similar core numbers to the Phase 2, but just a touch different. Low RG, big symmetrical, about 4 points lower in RG than the Fate. And again, I'll stay in the same spot I did with the Fate for the first shot. I got that one all the way to the bumper. Now that has more similar hook, overall hook characteristic to the Fate. You can see also it picked up a little sooner and was a little bit smoother overall. That's where that low RG comes in. We'll throw one more and I'll get it into the oil a little bit. I'll make that same move I did earlier where I moved 5 left. And let's see what this ball does with that shape. So the Zen's going to like a little bit more of the heavy oil part. The Fate's going to come off that friction a little bit stronger. A little higher response than the Zen overall. Again, attributed to the Rex cover and a little bit higher RG. Next up, the Night Road. All right, here we are, the Night Road. Again, pretty similar. The only thing different, the pin buffer's about 1 inch longer than it was with the other two balls. So 5 by 6 by about 3 with this one. Rex cover also. It's also had polish on it. And again, I'll stand in that same spot first. The RG numbers are the big difference here. This is 257 versus 252. Ooh. You can see that one went probably 3. Sometimes it's hard to see in these videos, but it probably went 3 feet longer or so. And so it did make up most of it in the back. It didn't get all the way to flush or 9-pin like the Fate did from that spot, but certainly longer. I'm going to move left, throw it slower. You can get an idea what it does here. This is where those higher RG numbers really pile up. So it got in the oil, super high response, but that means it responds to the oil and the dry. This case, when I moved into the heavier oil, it didn't want to respond as much as the Fate. So the Fit is going to be in between the Zen Phase 5 type balls and the Night Road Burner Pearls Hustle type balls, I guess. That's kind of where that fits. So again, this is the new Fate. This is the new Belmo ball. The Fate is coming at you on November 18th. 252, 052, Rex Pearl cover. And in my estimation, this may be the best Belmo ball of them all.